If you're an educator, a trainer, or a coach, and every time you need to give a video presentation or a Zoom presentation, you're thinking, oh my God, this is so awkward. I don't like talking to the camera. I don't like the sound of my voice, or I hate looking at myself on camera. This video is for you. My name is Christina Dukuziani. I'm a YouTube certified video content strategist, and I help educators, trainers, and coaches to captivate their audience on camera and increase their income through video. Today, you're going to learn 7 tips that will boost your confidence on camera and will drastically improve your video presentations, your webinars, and your online courses. So, are you ready? Tip number 1. When you're talking on camera, focus on your audience and not on yourself. Most of the times when we start speaking on camera, we're thinking, oh my God, how is my hair today? How am I dressed? What will others think of me? And this is blocking your mind because the anxiety levels up. So instead of having the spotlights right on yourself, what you need to do is go and bring the spotlight on your audience. They are there for a reason. They are there to listen to you. They care for what you have to say. So start making questions like, so how can I better deliver my message? Or how do I want to make these people feel? How can I help them with their problems, with their pain points? And when you start making these questions, your mind, instead of blocking you, it starts focusing on the audience and your delivery. And that's what's the most important thing. We are there to share a message. We are there to create value, give value to the people who are watching us. It's not about us. It's not about if we are handsome enough or beautiful enough or nice enough. It's about the message. Focus on the message. Tip number 2. Always connect with your audience by looking at the camera lens. So this is the camera lens. It's a black hole right here. Most of the times, instead of looking at the lens, we're looking at the screen. We're looking at ourselves in a Zoom grid of many, many people there. We tend to look at ourselves. And this creates a huge disconnection with the audience. Imagine if you were sitting one-to-one, having a coffee with a client of yours, and instead of looking at in the eyes of your client, you would all the time look at the notes, taking notes or looking at somewhere else. It's really disconnecting you from the people you're talking to. So if you want them to feel connected and interested about what you're talking about, always look at the camera lens. I know that at the beginning it is weird, right? But with practice, I'm sure you will be able to master that and look at the lens. One extra tip you can use in order to remember to look at the camera lens instead of yourself down there is to use a post-it note. Create a hole here on a post-it note and post that on your camera lens, around your camera lens. That way, you will remember where you need to look at. And you can also put a smiling face here because that way you remember that there is a real audience on the other side of the lens, and it's important to smile and be pleasant. Who wants to look at a frowning face? It's not fun, isn't it? Tip number 3, know your stuff. Regardless of what the video presentation is going to be about, always prepare your material beforehand. This is very good for you for 3 reasons. First reason, when we know our stuff, we are confident. We are able to deliver it in a much easier way. And also, if there is a question from the audience or if somebody interrupts us, then we're able to keep on talking after that interruption because we know the structure from beforehand. We are well prepared. Also, when you prepare well, your audience understands that. They also feel confident that they're not losing their time by staying and listening to you because your audience wants to know what's in it for them. Why should they listen to you? And when they see that you are well prepared, they feel confident that this is time well spent for them. And the third reason is that if you prepare well before your video presentation, you don't have to look at your notes all the time. So you're able to look at the lens and create that beautiful connection with your audience. So very important, prepare before your presentation. Tip number 4 is to dress confidently. We want to feel confident, and the way we are dressed and the way we appear really helps us boost our confidence. So imagine that you're going out on a date with a new person you just met. You're going to pick up clothes that will make you feel confident. Isn't that right? Like you're going to dress up appropriately. You're going to take care of the way you look just to make a very good impression to the new person you're meeting. It's exactly the same when talking on camera. Pick up clothes that you feel nicely about. It doesn't have to be very smart clothes, just regular clothes you're wearing and you feel nicely about those clothes. This will drastically boost your confidence because you feel nicely in the way you appear. Tip number 5, body posture. When we're stressed in front of the camera, we tend to have our hands sweating, our voice is starting to tremble, our body posture is shrinking because we're nervous, we want to be protected, we're afraid. And this is something that is not very pleasing for your audience to watch, right? Or we're not smiling at all, we're looking down. Oh, it really shows, huh? You can tell that we are scared. What we need to do is to remember a time that where we're really confident. How was our posture? It was open, right? Our arms were back. We had a much more open, wide posture. We were looking at the lens. Our heads were up, we were not down, and we were nicely and relaxingly expressing ourselves. This is exactly the posture that it's nice to have on camera because it's contagious. When we are open, when we have an open posture, it is also transmitted to our audience that this is an open communication and it makes them feel open as well. It's contagious. So remember to have a posture that you had when you are confident. And I understand that sometimes we're stressed, we tend to forget about that. That's why I'm really pointing it out. Before you start a video, remember to bring back your arms and smile. Tip number 6 is to know your audience. So before going live on any video presentation, Zoom meeting, online course, whatever it may be, before going live, it's important to study your audience. Before going live, you need to know what are these people, what are their pain points, what kind of things are they interested in? What are the words they are using to describe their problems? And in general, what are they looking for? When you know all these things, you are able to address them in your video presentation. And that's what makes people pay attention to you. That's how you can engage your audience. If you start speaking about things they do not really care about, they don't have a burning desire to learn what you're talking about, then they will disconnect from you. They will take their mobile phone and start scrolling, just listening, but not really paying attention. So it's very important to study your audience because that way you can craft your message in a much better way. You can have a real goal of what is the goal of speaking to these people? What is the outcome that you want to achieve? Always keep that in mind and study your audience, research your audience before creating any video presentation. Tip number 7 is that practice makes progress. There is this quote that says, practice makes perfect. But I do not believe in perfection at all. I don't think that perfection exists. It's a matter of progress. Every day we become better and better at what we practice. So practice makes progress. I remember myself when I first started creating videos, oh my God, I was petrified. I was sweating. I couldn't speak normally in front of the camera. I had all these anxiety symptoms. And with progress, by repeating and repeating and repeating, creating new videos, I started improving in the way I talk on camera. And what you can do is you can start creating videos just for yourself. Take your mobile phone, put it on a shelf and start talking to yourself on camera and then watch yourself. How do you speak on camera? Is it engaging? Is it boring? How can we improve on that? Another tip is that you can go on YouTube and look at other people that you admire. For example, I admire Oprah Winfrey, and I was studying her. I was looking at the way she talks, how she smiles on camera, how she keeps the engagement of her audience. Another thing is that you can ask from your friends or your relatives to look at yourself on camera and give you an honest feedback. So these are the 7 tips that will boost your confidence on camera. Remember that the best time to start creating videos to improve your on camera skill is right now. Video is here to stay for many years to come, and it's a very powerful tool to connect with our audience, our clients, or our prospect clients.